Alright, what's up my brothers? Today we are talking about Starfield, you know what I'm saying? We got a lot of people shaking. People are doing helicopters with their release because we talking about Starfield. They deadass put Yongya in this trailer as well. We also have a ton of leaks going around. We also have devs literally deadass being angry. It wasn't a Sony pony. It wasn't an undercover Xbot or anything like that. If you heard about the fact that there was a guy that got mad over like the menu, it turns out that there was an actual dev. Oh shit! Crazy stuff, but we got new leaks, so let's get into it. Thank you all for liking, thank you all for subscribing. We upload every single day, so hit the subscribe bell.
Let's release, which honestly is a great change of pace, and I hope other developers and publishers see that and decide to adopt that formula. Now, with almost every game that releases nowadays, there's always a ton of leaks leading up to the game's launch, and unfortunately Starfield
we had like 40 minutes of leak gameplay. I saw a little bit of it, but it was phone quality.
Is no different. As you know, Starfield is in the wild. Reviewers have the game. It looks like there's been some manufacturer leaks and stuff has been sent out from retailers way too early, and just the game is in people's hands right now, and some bad
at this point the ending will get leaked, right? Like we saw that happen with God of War as well. Literally every game gets leaked at this point. It's like, if you're expecting leaks to not happen, then bro, like I don't know what to tell you, like bruh.
Actors have revealed footage online, about 40 minutes of footage. I'm not going to go over any of those details because one, I respect the embargo, and two, I'm not trying to get sued, and for three, I kind of just feel bad for the developers. Imagine working for the last 10 years on a game just for some moron to
you're right. Like for real though, this is not a Call of Duty game though. This is not Call of Duty. This is this game, they worked on it for 10 years though. I hope they deliver, bro. Like I'm actually interested, and I don't have Xbox though. I'm gonna either get it on PC, wait a little bit, wait for the reviews and make sure the game is working properly. I know I want the game to be 60 FPS, but we're hearing it's 30 FPS. But if the game is good, then I'll give it a chance though, you know what I'm saying? I'm interested though.
Leak game footage using a crappy iPhone camera. But as I said in my last video, if you've not already gone dark on social media, definitely do that right now. Like, it is time to go dark. No more YouTube channels you don't trust, no more Reddit threads, no more Twitter, TikTok, none of that. Stay offline for as much.
Uninstall TikTok at this point. It's lowering your attention span, bro. Like, it's killing your dopamine. It's frying your dopamine receptors, dog.
Much as possible, and maybe start up another Skyrim save while you're at it. Now, obviously, there is usually big leaks for most games that release. I mean, heck, Tears of the Kingdom leaked literally 2 weeks early, and people could emulate the game 2 weeks before the release. But by far one of the most annoying things that have leaked that has caused the conversation for Starfield to take a weird and almost cringy turn is there's people complaining about the Starfield.
Yeah, there we go, boys. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be funny.
Menu screen. So as I'm sure you guys are aware at this point, the menu screen for Starfield has been out in the wild for quite some time. Heck, in the developer direct, I believe there were screenshots of the start screen. But needless to say, it didn't take long for various bad actors on social media to start using this as an indication of quality for the game itself, which is honestly one of the dumbest things that I've seen in the gaming community in a while.
Dog, if you guys saw that, bro, literally, right? I believe that the genuine reason, a certain offense meaning immediately, okay, everybody run. I believe that the reason that dev got so mad over that, I mean, opinions are fine, criticism is fine, right? But being mad on the menu, that don't even make sense, especially when the menu is so clean. I'm a sucker of clean HUD, guys. Like I said that a million times. I love when the HUD is clean. I love when the HUD doesn't have 20 billion things around, you know what I'm saying? I love it, and I love it when the menu is like scroll up and down, okay? I'm not talking about the BBC or anything like that, but when the menu is clean, I love it. Simple as that. But I feel like that the reason that dev got mad, and yep, it was a dev, the reason I think is probably because it doesn't have a microtransaction store. It doesn't have a store. Now, I'm not saying that the game might get a store later on. I'm not sure how Bethesda works. I'm not into Bethesda games. If I get this game, this will be my first ever Bethesda games, which is like a brand moment. I know, guys, but learning and growing, right? I guess. But yeah, so I gotta applaud for them for not having like microtransaction store, because nowadays games comes out, they don't work, but the store is working. The store always work day one. Why is that, dog?
Now, while I do agree to some extent that main menus are important and they help set the tone for what you're about to play, but it is absolutely ridiculous to act like that they're an indication of the game's quality. And I'm sure a lot of you can think of a whole bunch of great games that had pretty boring menu screens. Heck, Bethesda themselves had pretty boring main menu screens, and nobody—
I mean, like, suckers probably wanted like the Pinky Doll Bunda floating around or something like that. Suckers definitely wanted that. Let's be real. But I do agree they could have had like that animation of the Uranus planet or something. But bruh, like, it's a menu. You're gonna be there for 2 seconds, bro. Literally 2 seconds.
He's ever complained about them then because it didn't impact the gameplay at all. But that didn't stop people on Twitter, or rather X, from spreading around screenshots of the menu screen for Starfield and calling it lazy or rushed, and then using that as a sign that the game is gonna suck when it comes out next month. Like, the levels of copium that people are going to nowadays is a pretty wild phenomenon, and it's just an anomaly. But perhaps the worst take of the entire fiasco came from a former Blizzard developer. Now, I'm not gonna say
there we go. Oh shit! There we go, bro. Yep, it's an Activision. Of course it's an Activision Blizzard dev. These suckers, those twats, they got mad over Baldur's Gate 3 as well. You know what? If you do not know what's happening, I've made videos on the Baldur's Gate 3 IGN Destin video, because IGN made that video. And somehow, some way, IGN had one of the best take though. Crazy, man. If you know what I'm talking about, you know. Otherwise, I will top pin comment, okay? I will link you that video. Definitely check it out after the fact, because it feels like the Activision devs, they get mad over everything that's successful, everything that players are happy with. They just get mad. Like,
their name, because I don't want to give them any credit for this situation, but they went out of their way to say that Starfield's menu screen was an indication that the dev team was either overworked or, quote, didn't care. It also implied that those working on a game didn't actually take pride in their work, which is extremely unprofessional coming from someone who actually used to do great things in the gaming industry. But it's also kind of ironic considering the many controversies this person has found himself in over the years. But for a while, this user was defending his take on the start screen, and even later tried to say that his criticism of the start screen was going to make the industry better, which is just ridiculous. But eventually, none other than Pete Hines, Uncle Pete,
it's gonna make the industry better. I'm not a hater, but here's the thing, right? Opinions are fine though. Like, I like to welcome all kinds of opinions, and even but here's the thing, right? The menu is actually pretty good. But genuinely though, like, I feel like that the reason he's mad was because of no microtransaction screen, because suckers over at Blizzard, that's all what they care about. We're seeing that trend. They are mad with Baldur's Gate 3 because there are no microtransactions, at least as of right now. We're not sure. Maybe Baldur's Gate 3 is gonna learn and grow, and maybe they're gonna drop microtransactions. Hopefully not, because they have garnered so much good PR and so much good faith by the gamers, by the toxic gamers. They like to call us toxic and problematic all the time. But I like to welcome all opinions, but this time, dog, like, it ain't it, bro. This time it ain't it though.
In and responded to the tweet stating the team designed the menu that they wanted to, and that it was one of the first things that they actually settled on. He also stated that having an opinion is one thing, questioning out a developer's care because you would have done it differently is highly unprofessional, coming from another quote-unquote dev. Naturally, the original post got completely ratioed into oblivion. See what I did there? And the internet had a good laugh at the entire situation.
Yeah, it was funny though. Like, let's be real. We had like fun to talk about it. We're still talking about it. Let's be real. Bruh. I mean, the internet, we need a little bit of drama. We need a little bit of drama, you know.
For a few days, but it just goes to show how eager some people are to put Starfield down and try to ensure that people have a negative opinion on it, which I don't really understand. Granted, this user rage baits and tries to impression farm. I'm sure he's got Twitter monetization, so he's gonna try to make as much money as possible, because it's not like the games he's releasing are really doing it for him. There's been a passionate group of people trying to kill Starfield hype for one reason or another, and I have to say this: do you guys actually play video games? Now, shifting gears from the drama over the last week,
that's crazy to me, right? Like, we got, in this day and age, I feel like that we have seen so many bad games that suckers are like, we should not be getting good games anymore. I feel like that's where we are. Because trust me, man, like, I play on PlayStation. You can label me as Sony, Pony, Xbox, whatever you want, because nowadays, in this day and age, if you say one thing bad or good, you turn, they will label you as a fanboy or shit like that, right? But I play on PlayStation. The reason I'm telling you is because I seriously never really cared for Bethesda games, but right now I do care for Starfield because the game is looking interesting, and the game is, it feels like that the devs are passionate about it, right? 10 years, I want to definitely support a product. I want to actually play and buy a product that has heart in it, that has soul in it, and that is good, y'all. You know, gaming is so dry right now. Starfield is coming out. I want to definitely give it a shot though. I want to check it out, and I hope this game succeeds though. But if it's like bad, then I hope people call it out, and I'm definitely, we're gonna have like drama if the game is bad. That's for sure. Everybody's gonna call it out, and rightfully so. But I feel like that gamers' dopamine receptors have fried to the point where that now we just cannot compute a good game. Right now we just assume every game is gonna be bad, and rightfully so, because most games are bad. Don't ever pre-order, honestly. You can literally buy the game same day, or just pre-order one day before if you cannot. If if you cannot resist and you wanna download the game, maybe just buy it one day before, but don't pre-order months in advance though.
Bethesda has actually talked quite a bit about various things about Starfield that have been leaking, and naturally they're not too happy about the aspects of the game becoming public before the game launches. Like most developers, Starfield team was hoping everyone would get to experience the game in its full form all at the same time, and since various things
it's coming out on the 6th, right?
Have been leaking ever since.
Some people are saying it's coming out on the 1st of September or the 6th. Correct me in the comments for sure.
Review copies started trickling out. The team seems to have been getting a little demoralized. The senior director of PR at Bethesda jokingly said that he wasn't mad, he was just disappointed. He also tweeted on August 19th that everyone knows I don't like leaks. Media covering someone else's leaks I like even less. When the big outlets do it to get around their own embargoes.
But here's the thing, right? Like I don't, okay, yeah, I understand. I don't blame them I personally like leaks. Leaks build hype for me, but I understand like not everybody's the same. And if you're a dev, I mean, you have the right for your game leaking out or you're not leaking out. You have the right to state your opinion, and I feel like that these devs don't like their games leaking out. Perfectly fine. I do enjoy them. I feel like they build hype. But here's the thing, right? You guys are giving early copies, which is fair, which is fine. You want to give out early copies for reviews and stuff like that. I feel like that it's kind of good for some people that get it early. But if you're giving out early copies, like, dog, it's gonna leak out no matter what. Eventually, it's gonna leak out. Obviously, the physical copies go to warehouses like Best Buy, GameStops, you know, stores alike where people go to buy stuff. But, yeah, even in that case, games would leak out. But in that case, games would leak out probably like a couple of days before the launch, which is bad, but not that bad in comparison to them giving out the copies like weeks and weeks in advance. They have given out, and we still have like 2 weeks approximately before the game comes out. So obviously, sucker's gonna leak it. Sucker's gonna leak it. That's how Mafia works. It's gonna leak out regardless. At this point, the ending will leak out. Just wait and watch.
That they have on their own code. Oh, I really don't like that. So from the sounds of it, Bethesda seems to be zeroing in on where the various leaks of Starfield have been originating from, and I hope they get to the bottom of it, because there's nothing like having to go on Twitter and see another person talking about a new Starfield leak. Like I said before, it happens with most games, but it's like if you're in a position to have a review code for a game from Bethesda Game Studios and you're a big outlet and you're going into details about the leaks that have been surfacing, it's just really unfortunate and it's scummy, and it's one of the reasons why
I agree. But here's the thing though, like, it's human nature though, like, you know, say, oh my god, I'm playing GTA 6, might as well leak it, let people see it, you know what I'm saying? In the case of GTA 6, dude, I love the leaks personally, like I said, right? But I'm never gonna leak. If I ever get, and I had the chance to get games early, I had the chance to play games early, I personally never leaked. I will never leak it. If I get the chance, like, I will never leak anything early. But dog, like, suckers love to pass around, you know, like that Logan Paul Nina situation. If you do not know what's happening, I made a video on that too. Everybody knows suckers love to pass it around, bro.
Only cover the existence of said leak. I don't actually talk about any of the details, especially for a game that's been in the works for a long time that comes out in less than 2 weeks. It's harmful to the developer, it's harmful to the fans of the game that are looking forward to playing and experiencing the game for themselves, and I hope Bethesda gets to the bottom of it, because it is ridiculously unprofessional. Now, like I talked about earlier in the video, as you guys know—
and ladies and gentlemen, in this video, okay, we apparently had the Starfield situation. A fanboy made 1,000 accounts to review bomb Starfield. Click on this video, it's hilarious, and I'll see you right